melhor para fazer, só fazer uma versão. 2024, you gotta put it out. You put it out.
Folks, welcome back to another episode of The Fallen Badge. Today we're going to look at the murder of Deputy Jeremy Malone, George County Sheriff's Office, Mississippi. Now, Deputy Malone was 44 years old. He had 23 years of law enforcement experience. Now, he had been with Leakesville Police Department, Jackson County Sheriff's Department, Biloxi Police Department, and the Greene County Sheriff's Department. Now, he had a wife, 3 daughters, his mama was still alive, and he had 2 brothers. Now, the suspect in this case, he had a pretty long career himself. He had a criminal record that dated back 25 years. Now, that's both in the state of Mississippi and the great state of Alabama. He did a little bit of everything. He liked to do burglaries, dabbled in forgery, assault, illegal weapons, some narcotics charges. At the time of this event, he had an outstanding warrant in Alabama. Now, it's January 4th, 2024. It's about 5:15 in the evening. Now, Deputy Malone, he does a traffic stop on the suspect. Now, I don't know if the suspect was heading up 98 or exactly what he was doing, but now the actual stop's going to occur on the parking lot of a Dollar General store. Now, that Dollar General store, that's the 12,000 block of U.S. Highway 98. Now, that's right there at the intersection of Brushy Creek Road, and that's near the town of Lucedale, Mississippi. And if I butchered the name of that town, I certainly apologize. Now, this stop is going to occur, it's only about 7 miles from the Alabama state line, so considering where he got stopped at, I'd say the suspect had just come in from Alabama and was heading to parts unknown in Mississippi. Now, the actual stop, according to some of the resource material, would have been, if you're facing the store, you're standing out on Highway 98 facing the store, the stop would have been just to the left of the front doors. Suspect vehicle would have been facing an east-west direction, and Deputy Malone would have been right behind him. Now, Deputy Malone gets out of his car and he starts walking up to the suspect's vehicle. Now, that area between the front of the squad car and the rear of the suspect's car, that's referred to as the kill zone or the danger zone. That's the most dangerous area for an officer, is that piece of real estate. Now, the suspect, it sounds like he just basically jumped out of the car. He got the door open, got out, and he started shooting. Now, supposedly there was about 3 shots fired. I don't know how many of them hit Deputy Malone. I also don't know where on his body he was hit. But those rounds were enough, because Deputy Malone, he's down on the scene. In fact, from looking at some of the video, it looks like they declared him DOA on the scene. Now, the suspect, of course, he hops back in his vehicle and he gets back on 98, heading northwest. Now, the store manager for the Dollar General said she came out, saw the officers down, she ran back in, locked the doors, and called the police. Now, there was a off-duty police officer somewhere in the store, and this officer, I don't know what department, but this officer went out there and tried to contain the crime scene. Now, of course, the call goes out, and evidently the suspect just stayed on 98. He never did veer off his path. Because now it would have taken a couple of minutes for the call to go through and the call to be put out on the mutual aid channel and then by phone. to other agencies in the surrounding area. Because now it wasn't but just a minute or two and the police got in behind the suspect. So now that chase, it left George County, went through Greene County, and of course every half mile the suspect's driving on that straight highway there, it's just more police getting involved in the chase. Well, he gets through Greene County, and then he gets into Perry County, and he's still on 98, still rolling. Now he gets up there near Beaumont, Mississippi. Now they get him boxed in there on the side of the highway there, and there is some shooting going on. Now the initial reports put out by the media and what the police believed, that the suspect died as a result of police gunfire. Now the investigation conducted by the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, MBI, they said that their investigation showed that the suspect had shot and killed himself. Now, of course, that information would come from the medical examiner. Not saying he wasn't hit by police gunfire, but evidently the ME said the cause of death was a bullet that came from the suspect's gun. Now, I don't know if he killed Deputy Malone because he had that warrant. I'm going to assume that's what it was for. But I swear this is another case where I don't understand why he wouldn't just take the charge and do his little bit of time, because every time he's been in jail, they've let him back out early. So he knows he's not going to be there long. Just an inability to reason and think about what you're doing. Deputy Jeremy Malone. End of watch, January 4th, 2024.